We've all been to theme parks before, and generally, they're all the same. Fun rides, bright colors, and standing in lines. What you may not realize is that there are many other options out there for the more discerning theme park connoisseur. In this video, we take a look at the world's most bizarre theme parks. Some of the rides in these parks will leave you in a dizzy. You don't want to miss out on this amazing list, so make sure to watch right till the end. Starting with a theme park for all the car enthusiasts. This is Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi. This theme park features a whole host of motor-related roller coasters, like the Fiorano GT Challenge and Mission Ferrari, both designed to launch riders around courses at high speeds, emulating the thrill of driving a Ferrari. But the jewel in Ferrari World's crown is the Formula Rossa roller coaster, which emulates the Formula One experience. Formula Rossa is fitted with a hydraulic launch system, similar to those that catapult fighter jets off aircraft carriers. The power it generates is enough to launch riders around the 1.3-mile-long course in just 92 seconds. When it comes to top speed, the Formula Rossa roller coaster hits an electrifying 149 miles per hour, making it the fastest roller coaster in the world. The roller coaster is so rapid that riders have to wear safety glasses to protect their eyes from insects or sand, which can cause blindness at these speeds. The track also features sharp turns and sudden drops, capable of generating a gravitational force of 4.8, making it the joint 8th highest G-force experienced on any roller coaster in the world. Next up on the list is the Lofty Lodge and Sky Lodge Adventure Suite. This amusement park is not for those who are afraid of heights. A mattress hanging from the cliff face is a unique hanging hotel made up of 3 transparent pods secured to the Peruvian Andes mountainside. Eager explorers wanting amazing views while literally bolted into the rock as they lie in bed can either climb up the mountain and cross a rope bridge or zip line their way to this lofty lodge. Inside, the 24-foot-long and 8-foot-high pods feature a bedroom, dining area, and private bathroom with an eco-toilet and sink. On top of that, guests are treated to a gourmet meal with wine. As appealing as having a meal with those views sounds, the thought of being tipsy in a glass pod 1,200 feet in the air is enough to make you head straight for that eco-toilet. Still, a one-night stay in this petrifying pod will set you back over $400. Sticking to South America, we have another wild ride at Aldeia das Águas Park Resort in Brazil. This water park in Rio has some wild rides that will make you dizzy. However, one ride that takes the cake is the Kilimanjaro water slide. Thrill seekers must trek up 234 steps to reach the top of the ride. Sounds exhausting, but that's the easy part. Topping out at just under 164 feet, the Kilimanjaro water slide is the tallest water slide in the world. In fact, it's so high that it even eclipses the nearby Christ the Redeemer statue by over 40 feet. But elevation alone isn't what makes this slide so scary. For the first 3 seconds, you'll experience a gradual slope. Then, suddenly, the slope drops to 60 degrees, causing you to pick up speeds of 57 miles per hour. Considering you aren't secured to a cart, that's a scary speed. Moving across the globe, we head to Cosmo World Amusement Park in Japan with another extreme water-based ride. The theme park is exciting with a giant Ferris wheel which takes 15 minutes to go a full circle and offers stunning views of the entertainment options below. However, thrill seekers can opt for something more exciting. We're talking about the Vanish roller coaster. This may seem like a pretty regular ride. It's got loops and drops like any other. That is, until the ride reaches 90 seconds in and the coaster suddenly dive bombs straight into the water below. After dropping riders down a steep slope, the ride just disappears into a watery vortex. Or at least, that's what it looks like. In reality, passengers dart through a dark underwater tunnel lit by LED lights before reappearing back above the water's surface just a few seconds later. It may not have the most daring drops or the highest speeds, but any ride that makes passengers look like they're being slammed face first into a watery grave gets our vote as a super scary attraction. Moving on, we have Nijigen no Mori, a theme park dedicated to none other than Godzilla. Visitors to the park's museum and studio can get a closer look into the world of Godzilla from the big screen. But the main attraction at Nijigen no Mori has to be the Godzilla interception operation. Awaji, the world's first life-size Godzilla. That's not all though, this man-made Godzilla is also part of a ride. Park visitors can jump on a 531-foot-long zipline that dangles them 49 feet above the ground. That's like traveling the length of 3 Olympic-sized swimming pools, all while being close to the height of a 5-story building. Yet the scariest part of this attraction is where the passengers end up. As the zipline races toward its climax, zipliners finish their journey by zooming straight through Godzilla's mouth. Luckily, you don't end up in his stomach, you just come out the other side. Still, we're not sure ziplining into a realistic-looking megamouth with that many teeth is something you could stomach. Next up is Crazy Croc Cage Godzilla Interception Operation. Awaji isn't the only attraction to feature a prehistoric-looking predator. Crocosaurus Cove's Cage of Death in Darwin, Australia is every bit as nail-biting as it sounds. Essentially, this attraction puts human visitors face-to-face with one of the world's most feared animals, crocodiles. Participants enter an acrylic tube about 1.5 inches thick and 10 feet high. At first, they're dangled above the water while the crocs feast right before their eyes. Soon after, the tube is lowered into the water for 15 minutes, bringing anyone inside face-to-face with one of the world's scariest sights. Especially so since the critters here are saltwater crocodiles. If you didn't know, saltwater crocs are the largest reptiles on the planet, reaching lengths of more than 23 feet and weighing over 2,200 pounds. On top of that, their extremely powerful jaws bite with a force of 3,700 pounds of pressure per square inch, the strongest bite in the animal kingdom and more than double the force it takes to break a human femur. Sounds like just the critter you want to go eyeball to eyeball within the water. Next on the list is Terrifying Theme Park in China. Created in 2002, Orishan Theme Park in Chongqing, central China, is home to the largest concentration of sky-high attractions in the world. Usually getting pushed on a swing is one of life's simple pleasures, but not here. Tourists are strapped to their swing seats before being pulled back to a 90-degree angle and pushed out some 1,000 feet over the valley. Then there's the park's Gap Bridge, which is essentially a glorified horizontal ladder. Participants must jump between each ledge, which appears to be a couple of feet apart, all while 500 feet above the ground. Can you imagine falling through one of those gaps? Fortunately, participants are secured by a harness. Even then, you've got to admit this is an attraction straight from the pits of hell. As for the bed at the Orishan theme park, you'd think it would give visitors some much-needed time to recover from all the harrowingly high activities. But no, this bed, which holds 2 people, is suspended 1,000 feet in the air by several cable lines. Even though passengers are harnessed to the suspension line, having a nap in this bed would be enough to give you nightmares for life. Moving on is Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. The park features daring rides like the Defiance roller coaster and Alpine coaster, which is more like a toboggan. But the real reason adrenaline junkies flock here is to try another ride, the Giant Canyon Swing. It may sound innocuous at first, but one look at this ride will tell you otherwise. This menacing mechanism uses a pressure-powered swing to propel participants back and forth, dangling them over the edge of a 300-foot drop. If that wasn't terrifying enough, it swings at a top speed of 50 miles per hour and takes riders to a near-vertical swinging arc. Finally, we have the Tiger Balm Gardens in Singapore. Built in 1937, the only ride you'll be taken on is one through your absolute worst nightmares. This is because throughout the park it has some of the most bizarre and disturbing statues you'll ever see. One exhibit takes you through the 10 stages of hell, with the unnamed 11th stage no doubt being the park itself. A walk through Ha Par Villa will allow you to see statues of humans being maimed, crushed by boulders, and drowning in a pond of blood. In other words, it's just the family vacation spot you've been looking for. Well, that's all for this video on the world's most bizarre amusement parks. Which one among these would you love to visit one day? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.